Good evening, everybody. Volume बढ़ाओ जरा. So, it's a very, very happy encounter in the sense that I started studying sociology when I was 16. I started teaching sociology when I was 26. Now I'm 65, still in love with sociology. So it's not a subject that just I teach. It's a subject I breathe and I live with. So here I am not going to tell you, as a tutor of a coaching institute, why should you go for sociology optional? It will give you good marks. I'll not be talking about it. I'll rather be telling you that when you come from a discipline you are not familiar with, how to get mastery over that discipline. Because over 4 decades I have seen the students opting for sociology are engineers, doctors, lawyers, management experts, and they come from varieties of discipline having no clue about the subject. And within 4 months' time, you have to develop mastery over the subject, write quality answer to feed the examiner so that he will be giving you 270 plus marks and you clear the exam. And this is an art. Doing a subject at master's level and competing with them, those who have been studying this subject for a long period of time. And how to score in that subject too high that that subject will be selling you through, not only giving you marks in the optional subject, but helping you out to write a quality essay. Social issues questions in GS paper 1. Development related questions in paper 2. And science technology related questions in paper 3. And most importantly, major part of ethics. Sociology and ethics are strongly juxtaposed or interrelated. How to develop that art of developing grip over the subject. Always remember that sociology is not a subject. Sociology is largely the biography of common men and women. If you consider it is a subject, it has a syllabus, it has methodology, it has theory, it has approach, you'll be lost, you'll be scared. So you always believe that sociology is a narrative of your everyday life. I'm taking your example. In sociology, we teach gender. And many girls are sitting in the class. To me, gender becomes the subject matter of sociology, collecting input from the gendered experience of the men, gender experience of the women in family, in school, in place of work, and most importantly, women asking for their rights. Look at a woman in the family, and best example is your mother. You see what she is doing. She's starting her day early in the morning and sleeping quite late. And what kind of jobs she is doing? Cleaning, washing, and primarily, cleaning your clothes, taking loads of all members of the family. And what she eats, she never cooks food what she wants to eat. She'll be asking everybody about what is your preference and what is left out, she happily eating it. So every woman in every family is a case study for me. Their daily life experience gives me a narrative about domesticated women, how their labor is being exploited, and voicelessly, under the pretext of culture, they keep on doing this activity. So, therefore, housewifeization, you are using Wi Fi internet, we are using a term housewifeization. We make a woman housewife so that she will be taking care of children. She will be doing primarily putting her productive labor in domestic sphere. We will save money, but at the same time, her productive labor is used for reproductive activities, giving rise to gender inequality. So, therefore, these kind of narratives, when you see your mother, when you see as primarily a single woman living in a metropolitan city, the challenges you are facing. Boys have the freedom to move out anytime they want, but girls have the restrictions. But you all are the equal citizens of the country. You enjoy equal constitutional rights. But rights are written in the rule book, real life experience, and the rights given to you, they go in parallel direction. Therefore, a woman is not born, a woman is made. We make a woman putting restrictions on her. Concerning it not, women, you look into business organizations, hardly you will be finding out any corporate heads, those who are women. Though percent women are corporate heads. In political sphere, you find out women are elected, but their voice is not primarily loud and clear. In Panchayati Raj institution, women win election, men, husbands are playing the primarily political role of the wives. Sarpanch, patis are making appearance. Therefore, wherever you see a woman, you see a story. And all these stories combined together is known as gender study in the domain of sociology. Poverty is another theme of sociology. Economics tells you about poverty line, poverty elimination programs, rural development programs, slum resettlement programs. But sociology gives you an imagination. Imagination of who is poor, why that person is poor, how long he is being poor. First is what? Who is poor? That poor may be untouchable Dalit. That poor may be a woman. Poor may be a tribe. Poor may be agricultural laborer. And agricultural laborer, who is again a Dalit. Agricultural laborer, who is homeless, unskilled. Therefore, who is poor? Why is he poor? He may be poor because his land is taken away by somebody. He may be poor because his caste never permits him to own land. He may be poor because he doesn't have skill. He may be poor because he has skill but no employment. He is poor because he doesn't have skill. He doesn't have skill because he has not seen the doors of the school. Illiterate. Therefore, illiteracy and poverty, caste and poverty, gender and poverty, tribalism and poverty, ruralism and poverty, backwardness and poverty, skilllessness and poverty are the sociological dimension to poverty. And how long one is poor? Intergenerational poverty, father was poor, child is poor. Or incidental poverty, crop failure, therefore poverty. Or chronic poverty, cyclic poverty, crop failure, landlessness, poor health, food insecurity, all these things combined together, pushing a person into the domain of poverty. Therefore, sociology gives you an insight than giving you facts. To empathetically looks into the issues surrounding you. Therefore, what is sociology? The life story of a poor, life story of a woman, life story of a Dalit, life story of a tribe, life story of a person who is primarily selling vegetables on the street, and the quality life of the people of those who are rich and powerful. So they all live across you, side by side with you, at a distance from you, as rich or poor, as men and women, as powerful and powerless, as educated and illiterates. When you are totaling them primarily life experience together, that makes sociology. So in many books it is written, sociology is a study of society. Society is not made out of concrete and bricks. Society is made out of you and me. Therefore, society is a product of human behavior. And all these human beings, we act, react, reflect, fight, cooperate with each other in different forms. No family will be ever finding out where the relationship between husband and wife is the relationship of paradise, relationship of peace and tranquility. Where there is love, there is also a right. Where there is love, there is also conflict. Where there is love, there is a question of disagreement. Therefore, when two human beings are acting and reacting with each other, there is present what? Agreement, disagreement, cooperation, conflict, negotiation, adjustment, and that makes family. So, family is not a paradise in this hopeless world. Family is made out of our action, revised from out of our reaction, recreated through our negotiation. It is created, dismantled, and recreated. Understanding not? So the dynamics of family, एक चीज तुम ध्यान में रखना. The family you live with will be different from the family you are going to make. The family you are living with, it is not your family, it's your parents' family. And that family is sustained till now because father and mother are not asking for rights. Who is superior, whether one should be equal or not. So there is no contestation on this issue. But the kind of family you are going to make, in that family, you are definitely going to ask for what? Rights. And right means what? Why the hell I will be preparing food for you regularly? So therefore, food making will be a form of division of labor. Monday, Friday, Saturday, you cook food. Rest of 3 days, I am going to cook food, and Sunday, Blinkit, Zomato. If any disagreement, conflict. Because friends are marrying in Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy. So you are marrying class, you are not marrying persons. Because when you marry, you'll be very much which conscious? Class conscious. I am a civil servant. I must be going for equal match. So therefore, the boys should be looking like this, girls should be looking like this, occupation should be like this. But during our time, hardly we saw the women we are going to marry. Therefore, love comes after marriage, after a lot of negotiation, amendment, and lot of primarily compromise. You get to know about each other. So therefore, marriage in past was sustainable. Marriage at present is at risk. Therefore, statistics tells out of every 100 marriages taking place in India, 10 are going for divorce. And in case of Europe, people don't go for marriage. In Netherlands, 80% people go for live-in relationship. So therefore, what is changing? Perception of marriage is changing. Family is changing. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? And that comes under the jurisdiction of sociology. Understanding or not? Therefore, what is sociology? Sociology is the life story of all the people. Those who are living around us, stories are different. Time is changing. Content of the story is changing. When we thread them together, that makes sociology. Therefore, when you are studying sociology in the class, you will be primarily finding out like a music it is flowing. And you are able to relate yourself with the contours and content of sociology. Therefore, you don't have to struggle hard to understand sociology, relate sociology, writing narratives in sociology, because what I teach, that you experience, and when teaching and experience go together, homogenize together, that makes an original creation. Therefore, every student in the class will be a creative genius making sociology than reading sociology, learning sociology, mugging sociology, and reproducing sociology through points. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? So therefore, your encounter with sociology will be primarily based upon everyday life of the people. It means what you know? Current affairs and sociology will be so nicely connected with each other. It will be giving a nice music to your ears and primarily happiness to your heart and soul. So sociology, my students used to tell, when they get tired of other classes, they come for relaxation to sociology class. And when sociology class is over, they do not know when the class is finished. And that is the brilliance of the subject or the uniqueness of the subject. Okay? In addition to that, sociology makes you empathetic. A subject that is the life story of everybody, it makes you empathetic. Empathetic in the sense, in sociology, we keep telling that every human being is unique. And you act and react on the basis of your mental state. If you are upset, your behavior will be one type. If you are happy, your behavior will be another type. If you are excited, your behavior will be reflecting that. Therefore, same person, driven by different set of moods and motives, manifest different behavior. Sociology tells person is one, mind is different, context is different, behavior is bound to be different. Therefore, best way to keep strong relationship is to predict human behavior. One is shouting on the top of his voice. You don't counter to that person. Rather, you be sympathetic. She must be in a bad mood. Therefore, go close to her. Give a pat at her back. Tell her what went wrong with you. She will cry, express herself, and find out a best friend in you. Similarly, as a collector, when you are sitting on the chair, the person coming to you and that person will start crying. Why you know? Because the very presence of the collector, audience with the collector, is a divine experience for that person, who never had primarily imagined that collector will be kind to talk to a common man. When you talk to that person, half his problem are solved. Give him assurance, he'll be feeling confident. He will go back to his village and tell everybody, collector is known to me. Nobody can touch me from now. And that makes you a distinguished officer. Without much of effort, you can primarily go for effective administration. So sociology gives you that character, empathy. Sociology gives you reflexivity. Reflexivity means a person committing a crime is not a habitual criminal always. He is committing crime maybe because of compulsion. He may be committing crime because of acquaintance. He got a friend with another criminal, He motivated him. Chal, 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 pocket mar karte hain. Therefore, people commit crime for reasons different. If you punish them identically, reforms will not be possible. Therefore, don't punish criminal. Eliminate crime from society. And to eliminate crime from society, minimize crime from society, understand why a person is committing crime, than punishing a person who is criminal. There's a beautiful sociologist, sociological analysis given to crime. There is one person called Durkheim. He tells, if you punish a criminal, crime will not be eliminated from society. But why we give punishment? Because when one person is committing crime, others are conforming to rule. Others' faith on rule becomes weak. We are following rules. We are law-abiding citizens. He is committing crime, but not punished. Then why not we will also be committing crime? Therefore, unless we punish, the conformist will become deviants. Therefore, when we are punishing the criminal, they feel happy. Their faith in rules of law becomes stronger. They don't feel like committing crime. But tomorrow another person will come and commit the crime. Again we'll be punishing the same person. Others will be feeling happy. Therefore, crime and punishment are two sides of the same coin. You cannot eliminate crime from society by enforcing punishment. So therefore, what you should do? Look into the roots to understand why people commit crime. If poverty stimulates a person to commit crime, eliminate poverty, rate of crime will be reduced. If patriarchy is the reason for which a woman is beaten, domestic violence is taking place. Give gender education to that person. Teach him the relevance of a woman in the family. And slowly you'll be finding out the incident of domestic violence will be reduced. Therefore, sociology is not going for superficial analysis of human problems, social issues. Sociology makes you empathetic, sympathetic, reflexive to understand the problem, roots of the problem, and in many situations, solution to the problem. So, two things I told you. What is sociology? सिस्टमेटिक थोड़ी ना होता है, मैं सिस्टमेटिक नहीं बोलता हूँ. Sociology is the life story of every individual who is a part of the society. A man, woman, rich, poor, educated, illiterate, वो सबका life story होके sociology हो गया. And second, I told you, sociology changes your perspective. It makes you empathetic. It makes you reflexive. It makes you sensitive. It makes you human. It makes you understandable person. Sociology makes your character, conviction different from rest others. ठीक है? And sociology gives you critical understanding. Critical understanding, you know? Truth is seen, but most of the truth is hidden. Truth is seen, but most of the truth is hidden. So, exploring that hidden truth is the essence of sociology. Understand it. Tell me, what school does? What school does, education does? जो तुम पढ़े हो, small things बताओ. School makes you literate. School educate you. School helps you through education to get into employment. Employment promotes mobility. mobility. Once you get job, you have money. From middle class, you go to upper middle class. Your lifestyle becomes better. Education makes you self-confident. Education makes you aware. Education makes you conscious citizen. Education helps you to assert for your rights. And education takes you from the world of darkness to the world of enlightenment. Okay. So that you experience, your parents have experienced, I have experienced. But the hidden truth about education is that you never know. Who prepared the course syllabus for you? The syllabus of school is made by whom? Teachers, state. And what you learn, that state want you to learn. Why you learn that? To inculcate patriotism, nationalism, and the ideology of state. Understanding or not? Therefore, be careful. From the days of your NCRT till now, the first page of the NCRT books, whether of physics or mathematics or biology or history, it speaks about Constitution of India. If every day you read 20 times Constitution of India, this ideology will be there in your head. We are a democracy. Democracy is best form of government. We are equalitarian. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? So when this ideology gets into your mind, you think in the way state want you to think. Understanding or not? So our thinking and state thinking when go similar, we never question to state. People in power, we become law-abiding citizens of the country. Therefore, education is a tool for social control. Education is a medium through which the voice and ideology of state is injected into man's mass mind and making masses law-abiding citizens of the country. Understanding or not? Look at hidden truth about globalization. What is globalization? Born in India, working in America, getting loads of money, improving the primarily what? Living conditions of family and other peer group. Globalization gives you limitless primarily what? Access to opportunities. Globalization is primarily making a society not suffering from poverty, unemployment, and lots of things you can write. But globalization is promoting hopelessness, helplessness, restlessness, insecurity, and anxiety. Hidden truth. Because in globalization, what is happening? Loads of goods and commodities are flooding into market. What was available in the market of affluent countries like America, that is available in small cities of India. When availability of commodity is too high, because you don't have to today go to market to buy commodities. Market is available on your fingertips. Everybody is carrying smartphone. You can go for e-marketing. Therefore, the moment you scroll your telephone, products and products are greatly visible. All kinds of products. Cosmetics, you can talk about dress, you can talk about, you can talk about different kinds of equipments, anything, even knowledge. Knowledge as a commodity is plentifully available to you. Understanding or not? Volume थोड़ा बढ़ाओ, इसको louder चाहिए. So, plenty of you will be finding out goods and commodities are available to you. You don't want to buy commodity, but commodities are knocking at your mind. Advertisements, reels. You are preparing for UPSC, you must be noticing. You are opening WhatsApp, all of a sudden you find out this coaching institute, that coaching institute, these are toppers, that are toppers. Knowledge as a commodity is sold in the market. And the way they are packaged, वो डिजाइन करते हैं श्योर सक्सेस, कैप्सूल कोर्स, टैबलेट कोर्स, 20 days mastery over UPSC GS, tempting, and prices are sliced down. Command over primarily GS for 5,000 rupees in 20 days. Who will not be lured by it? Therefore, all of us in different ways are becoming pliable consumers. Consumers to movies, consumers to commodity, consumers to knowledge, consumers to religion, consumers to everything. Therefore, whatever money we earn from our work, that money we spend in the market. Therefore, consumerism is making primarily a society suffering from mass poverty. Therefore, more you consume, बोलते जाओ, more money you are flooding into market. More money you are flooding into market, more capitalists make production, more they make design, more they go for advertisement, more they tempt you. If you don't have money, they give you personal loans, vehicle loans, house loans. So get loans means our idle money. Buy our product, make us rich, you become poor. Therefore, in every country today, rich are becoming richer, poor are becoming poorer, inequality is becoming stronger, deeper, and pervasive, unbridgeable. Therefore, all that glitters are not necessarily gold. So, truth has two kinds of existence. One you see through your naked eyes, and second you through sociological lens. Therefore, sociology gives you critical understanding about the reality. Hidden truth that common man cannot see, that you can see through sociological lens. That is the beauty of sociology. 3 पॉइंट बताया. क्या क्या बताया? Sociology is the life story of all of us. We, through our action, make society, and that becomes the subject matter of sociology. Second, क्या बताया? Sociology teach you empathy, reflexivity, समझ sensitivity, समझ में आ रहा है? ये सोशियोलॉजी देता है. तीसरा, सोशियोलॉजी sociology gives you critical imagination that others cannot develop. You have it. And how it helps you in UPSC preparation? When you are writing an essay, that critical evaluation will be making your essay distinctive from the writings of others. Suppose essay comes on globalization. All will be writing economic impact of globalization, political impact of globalization, globalization and education, globalization and primarily economic growth. You write reflexively. More a country is globalized, more inequality is becoming pervasive, deeper. So therefore, globalization is a double-edged weapon. Unless we handle it with care, it will be bringing primarily self-destruction. Fourth, sociology will be present in every step of your UPSC preparation. It will be giving value addition to your UPSC preparation. Every year, one essay definitely you get which directly comes from sociology. 1/3 of GS is on social issues. 1/4 of primary ethics is sociology. And paper 2, paper 3 GS, governance you talk about, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe you talk about, reservation policy you are talking about, science technology implication you talk about, they are related to sociology. There was a girl who got 10th rank last year, Medha Anand. She got highest mark in GS. And she said most of the time, wherever I could find out a connectivity between GS and sociology, I did that effectively. So when I'm interlinking GS with sociology, you write that in one side of your class register. So how a general studies topic can be connected to sociology? If GS topic can be connected to sociology, then sociological insight, if connected to GS paper, the factual GS answer written by others will be different from your answer that is adding one sentence extra. So therefore, when you are studying sociology for UPSC exam, the subject is not only giving you marks, the outreach of the subject in other domains of preparation will be giving you some additional score. Okay? So this is first part of my discussion. Let us come down to UPSC and sociology. Always remember, most of the time people say this subject is scoring subject, this is not scoring subject. Over the years, sociology is doing well. Sociology is scoring subject, short syllabus. I don't subscribe to it. See, in universities, different subjects are taught. And the content of the syllabus are made by the distinguished professors of the university. Keeping in mind two things. In a particular subject, updated knowledge will be given to the students. Whether political science, sociology, public administration, latest knowledge should be given to the students through the syllabus. And second, content of the syllabus will be having application on social life. Keeping these two things in mind, we introduce a subject in the university. And when subjects are introduced in UPSC, same syllabus, meant for whom? Students of master's degree in the university is being given to you. They study the syllabus in 2.5 years. अभी तो छोटा कर दिए, 1 साल कर दिए. So the syllabus they are studying in 2 years, that syllabus you have to mastery over in 4.5 months. If you are doing coaching, if you are not doing coaching, 1 year. So 1 year mein you have to primarily have command over that subject without attending to the professional lectures, without reading standard text. You have to primarily have quality information. For the reason, the people who are setting question papers for you, they are the university professors. Those who are evaluating your scripts, they are the university professors. And they have corrected the papers of master student. Therefore, they will not be expecting from you a substandard answer which is copied down from a text or kunji or from topper's note to give you that score. They will be looking for originality, understanding, criticality, interlinkage in your answer. Those who are reflecting that in the answer, they get 300 plus. Those who fail to reflect on that, they get less mark and say subject is not scoring well. The problem with coaching industry is that I'm not blaming anybody specifically. One kind of patterned answers is given to all the students. And since students are in a hurry, they consume it as a commodity and reproduce in the exams. And when one kind of patterned answer is given to the students, examiner will read first 2-3 answer sheets, finding out answers quite good and give them good score. Then finding out lines are same, quotations are same, arrangement of the answer is same, then pakad leta hai. This is tutored answer. Then students are penalized. 1 year is lost. Therefore, be careful. You must have to study a subject than going for superficial knowledge. Because you are going to primarily get a rank and serve the nation, getting highest mark in that subject. You are going to prove your capabilities and intelligence. And mastering over a subject in 4.5 months' time is not difficult. So, therefore, study a subject than learning a subject. You will never be finding out in last 20 years sociology has ever come down. Because what I do in the class is that I never dictate. I give notes to the students. Printed notes common for everybody. In class, I'll be discussing a particular problem from 20 different dimensions. So, depending on your carrying capacity, you take one dimension, you will take others. Same question will be writing answer in 2 different ways, 15 different ways. At the end of every lecture, I'll be telling the students, if this question comes, you can write the answer in 5 different ways. So, answers will never be similar. And score is too high. Understanding or not? So, never any subject, any coaching you go for, make it a point that you are not going for pattern structured answer that is being given to you by your tutor. और होता क्या है? Now different kinds of programs are going on. Answer writing practice, everyday answer writing practice, crash course, falana course, weekly test. So if you enroll somewhere and you clear because of your effort, credit goes to them. Then they'll be coming to your hostel room. How are you? So you have been really great student. So microphone लेके फोटो खींच के छोड़ देंगे. हमारा सब स्टूडेंट है. No student clears exam without his or her effort. Always remember, students clear the exam. Teachers are simply holding their hand. And holding your hand when you are about to fall. But you don't fall always, you walk. When you are walking, we are simply primarily following you, waiting for the time when you are about to fall, just holding your hand. Therefore, credit goes to the boy or the girl who is taking fast walk and learning to walk, taking the risk, and ultimately crossing through the road. Therefore, entire credit should go to you. Therefore, go for a strategy to prepare. Read standard notes, read standard questions, write answers on everyday basis, get your answers corrected from the teachers, find out where you are going wrong. Language, one thing you have to give importance. Handwriting, you have to give importance. Comprehension, you have to give importance. Analysis, you have to give importance. If you regularly write answers for 2 to 3 months, nobody can stop you. And trust me, UPSC doesn't require brilliance. To clear UPSC, from my 37 years of experience, I'm telling you, to clear UPSC, you need a strategic approach. Strategy means first carry the content of the subject. Then look into previous year question papers. Then see what kind of dynamism you can bring in your answer. Novelty you can bring in your answer. Read the answer you have written once or twice. Identify mistake. Bring it to the teacher. Get further comments. Rewrite it. Third time when you write the answer, it will be a brilliant piece. And always remember, to get best mark in sociology, you have to think sociologically. Once you think sociologically means what? Criticality, reflexivity, then gathering content. I gave you the example of poverty. GS में poverty करते हो. If you write GS answers in sociology, you will not be getting marks. First sentence you'll be writing. Poverty is not a question of fact and figure. It's a product of society where people are poor. Therefore, sociology understands who are poor, why are they poor, how long they have been poor, what is the social background of the poor, understanding not, and how poverty is affecting to their economic, social, political, and aesthetic life. Then what are the interventions? state has taken to eliminate poverty, and what is the outcome of it. Understanding or not? So, same time you can also add on a sentence. Poverty is not only economic, there can be poverty of knowledge. You know what is poverty of knowledge? If you don't have knowledge to understand government policies, you will never be availing that. You will stay as poor. You cannot have a meaningful democracy where people don't have knowledge of democracy. You cannot have equality in society where people do not know what is equality, relevance of equality, how to obtain equality. Poverty of knowledge is important. Poverty of character is important. Economic poverty we can live with, but if in a society most of the people suffer from poverty of character, crime, rape, murder, abnormality will be present in society. Your society will be converted into a sick society. तो इसीलिए in UPSC ethics paper is being taught to you. Moral education is being taught to the people to teach you character, ethics and values. Understanding or not? So therefore, just keep these small things in mind. Now let us get into the basics. As I have told you, out of all the social science subject results, result है इधर, result का statistics है, छोड़ो इसको. So out of all the social science result, out of all the social science subjects you'll be finding out, over the years, sociology has given you 9 to 11% result, which in many years is the highest, few years second highest. When political science was at the peak, sociology were number 2. Otherwise, sociology is getting 9 to 11% result. Last 2-3 years, you'll be finding out most of the toppers are having sociology as their subject, optional subject. Sociology is a consistent scoring subject. Kyun? Because most of the time you'll be finding out sociology students, as I told you, they're writing answers in different ways than the stereotypical answers written by students with other discipline. So therefore scoring pattern is good. And most importantly, sociology syllabus is very short. I have poverty of knowledge in computer. अरे हेल्प करो जरा मेरे को, क्या कर रहे हो? जो लगाया इसको दिखाओ, क्या लगाया मेरे को पता नहीं. ये पिक्चर क्या, पीडीएफ क्या है, ये क्या? हाँ, सिलेबस. See, you look at paper 1 syllabus, there are 10 chapters. 10 chapters. And paper 2 also 10 chapters. But beauty of sociology syllabus is, you see family marriage kinship here, unit in paper 1. Same is there in paper 2. System of kinship. You have political system here, political system there. Religion in paper 1, religion in paper 2. Economic system in paper 1, economic system in paper 2. Social change in paper 1, social change in paper 2. So overlapping of 6 units. So if you are doing one chapter in paper 1 with Indian case studies, you complete that for paper 2 as well. So therefore easily you can cover both the papers in limited period of time. तो comprehensive syllabus. ठीक है? तो scoring is good. syllabus is comprehensive, and quality materials are available in the market. You'll be finding out Indira Gandhi National Open University. So these materials are very good for all of you going for any optional subject. And few of these booklets I have written, all known professors have written these booklets. So quality inputs you'll be getting from these booklets. इसमें YouTube है, खोलना जरा. नहीं, ये आ जाएगा, इसमें आ जाएगा. ये क्या हिंदी में आ रहा है? अरे ये क्या आ रहा है? ये तो दूसरा मेरा वाला है. यूजीसी वाला कहाँ गया? ये नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. यूजीसी वाला कहाँ है? इसमें कहाँ होगा? ये आता नहीं मेरे को, छोड़ो. दूसरा यूट्यूब दिखाना जरा. This is a website I have constructed. So I don't know much about it. So this is meant for the students. Those who are living across the country, they can have free access to it. So every day I'm posting a video here, connecting general studies with sociology, giving daily questions. Anybody can see it. So that quality sociology materials will be available to the students. That I've done 15 years back. I just want to show it to you. YouTube दिखाना जरा. कहाँ से आएगा? आ जाएगा. हो नहीं रहा है कुछ? हो रहा है. ये सारे देखो लेक्चर्स. This is a free channel. So 15-12 years back, I made these videos so that everybody living in any part of the world can watch this. This is on Indian society and lots of views are there. So this is a very good channel. Topmost professors of the university, Andre Bete, M.N. Srinivas, Jogender Singh, all big names of sociology, they have lectures available in this channel. 13 years, 13 years, 13 years. So most of the topics also you can get quality inference from these topics. Okay, UGC website you can follow, IGNO websites you can follow, get quality content. Never ever compromise with content. Never go for shortcut to success. Many of our students, after clearing the exam, are printing their notes into books. And you get everything in that particular book. They are theories videos, they are not current videos. Current also have plenty. So these are the videos which are on theories, classical theories. They will never be outdated. No, current videos also I have plenty. You can see them. In my own website, every day I'm putting some videos. You can see that. बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज, अरे बंद करो इसको, ये जो सेकुलरिज्म है आज जो माने रखता है, ये देखा ना जरा, मॉडर्निटी के ऊपर एक होगा, इनको 2 लाइन सुना दो, ये होगा शायद। हाँ मैं ये कहाँ गया, पीछे करो इसको। नहीं आएगा, छोड़ दो इसको, क्या देखना है, बंद करो, सेल्फ ग्लोरिफिकेशन हो रहा है। तो ये जो सारी चीज है, सो सिलेबस इज शॉर्ट, plenty of materials are available, just I expect you to put your effort and honesty. UPSC is not primarily a ready-made cake you can go and have it. Strategic preparation, discipline, devotion and commitment. If you have this much, trust me, in 1 or 2 years you'll be clearing the exam. ठीक है? And let me come back to the theme they have put on. सोशियोलॉजी कैसा सब्जेक्ट है? मेरे लिए तो अच्छा है, तुम्हारे लिए क्या बताऊं बेटा, बताओ। पूछ रही है सोशियोलॉजी कैसा सब्जेक्ट है। हम ये बोलते हैं ना, दिल्ली का लड्डू खाया वो पछताया, जो नहीं खाया वो पछताया। तो इसलिए सब्जेक्ट क्या है वो तो नंबर के ऊपर डिसाइड करेगा तुम लोगों के लिए। तो मेरे लिए नंबर थोड़ी ना मैटर करता है, मेरे को अच्छा लगता है, मैं पढ़ता हूँ। हाँ, सो दे हैव गिवन दिस टाइटल टू द लेक्चर टुडे, रिलीवेंस ऑफ फाउंडेशन कोर्स। ठीक है, different kinds of course for UPSC preparation is running in the market. They are known as number 1 foundation course, number 2 crash course, number 3 test series, और एक कुछ चल रहा है enrichment program चल रहा है। Sociologically, if you ask me to explain these courses, to me they're commodities luring the buyers so that they can be sold in the market. ठीक है, crash course runs for 15-16 lectures, and in 16 lectures they make a tablet of sociology and push that into your mouth, and you will be carrying the complete knowledge. Test series though you have to write, because you know after clearing mains you have very little time in hand. Answer writing is very much important. Therefore I will not be saying that test series is bad. Test series gives you a kind of understanding about the kind of questions you are going to get in the mains. So it will be primarily exam practice. Test series is always good. I always endorse students to write test series, because when we make questions for the test series, we frame questions looking at the things surrounding us. So therefore test series give you a reflexive understanding about contemporary happenings and how that can be analyzed sociologically. And many of these questions will be coming in the exam. Test series is good practice, you must have to go for it. Enrichment is a program that you must have to go for. After completing your course in sociology, you got knowledge. But how knowledge will be delivered in the form of answer? Every week you are writing some answers evaluated by the qualified professors. Then they are giving you input. You are improving upon that. 150 questions are ready for you. Enrichment is a good program. But you know this, क्या बताया course? Crash course. 15 days, 20 days में sociology कर देंगे, that is absolutely impossible. What I am doing specifically in your foundation course. In foundation course, I know it for sure that most of the students joining me, they don't have any background in sociology. Therefore, I start with ABC of sociology. First, I give them sociology concept. Then I make them socialized with sociology. Understand this language? The way mother and father is telling you, Papa, Mama, ऐसे करके बोलो. So I socialize you with sociology. Considering everybody sitting in the class is from non-sociology background. And I pick up the topics which are related to history. Your first topic is European modernity and origin of sociology. I don't start with sociology. I take you to European history, Roman Empire, rise and fall of Roman Empire. Then how Renaissance came into prominence. Meaning what? World history is revised. Okay. Then rise of science. Then enlightenment, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution. Means when world history is revised for you, you never realize sociology is being done. Then what was the changing condition of Europe and how from there sociology developed? So you are killing many birds in the same stone. European history is revised. You are getting content for your essay, and at the same time, you are understanding why sociology developed in 19th century, because changes were introduced in Europe because of modernity, came through industrialization, came through French Revolution, rise of democracy, and scientific temper. And these things gave sociology three things. Modernity gave sociology substance to develop theory. Therefore, early theories in sociology, they glorify modernization. Modernity is good. Modernity can give you happiness. Modernity can give you long life. So early sociological theories are supporting to modernity. Therefore, sociological theory are derived from European modernity. And European modernity gave us scientific method. And sociology used statistical method to study poverty, migration, industry. So therefore, survey kiye sociology wale. So therefore, European modernity gave us scientific method. European modernity gave us theory, and European modernity gave us substance. How modernity is changing family. Modernity is breaking down rural society and giving rise to urban industrial society. So therefore, from modernization, we got three things. Subject matter to develop sociology, theory to explain reality, and methodology to conduct study. Be imprinted in your head. Therefore, foundation course is giving you knowledge, understanding, language that a MS student in best of the best universities cannot get. And if you understand that and hold in your head any damn question that may come in the exam, you will just wake up from your sleep, write the answer, and get good marks. The foundation course is 4.5 months time that make you mastering over the subject. Every topic will be analyzed in detail. Linkage between the topics will be established. Topic will be connected to current affairs. How to write good answers at the end of every topic. Last 20 years, previous year question papers will be discussed. Few new questions, contemporary questions from the topic will be given to you. Suppose suicide you are studying. Durkheim gives a theory of suicide. When I complete suicide, I'll be giving you a question. How Durkheim's theory of suicide can be applicable to the alarming growth of suicide in India. Farmers committing suicide, domestic violence and suicide, students committing suicide. How this can be applicable to contemporary India. Then I'll be giving you the structure of answers, 5 different kinds of structures. On the basis of your convenience, you write the answer. So the beauty of this course is that, everything you will be understanding in detail, and every lecture will be carrying substance not less than from 30-40 source materials plus experience. So you don't have to chase for books. You don't have to go for materials from the market. You have to sit in the class, take down your notes, plus supplementary notes will be given to you. If you apply your common sense and keep on writing regularly, your optional will be done without any hassles. ठीक है? और ज्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलना है, क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो तुम पूछो. हाँ. What is newspaper? News are not news. Most of the time news are becoming views. ठीक है? See, in this website that I have constructed for you, last 1 year's current affairs, I am explaining that sociologically. And you have free access to it. You see, you divide your newspaper articles into different parts. Gender related law, gender related issues, separate it. When you are reading newspaper, gist of the theme in 3-4 lines, you write it. When you are writing any sociology answer on women, you can be using that as a case study, as an intervention. Suppose law is being made, women's property right. ठीक है? Or elderly getting right to debar their children from inheritance right. And if you get a question on the problem of elderly, ठीक है? There you can write. When elderly people are becoming dependent, their vulnerability is intensified, and taking the advantage of their vulnerability, they are thrown out of home. Therefore, old age homes are mushrooming in India. Therefore, to protect the rights of the elderly, human rights, so government has made some interventions. Then that law you will bring in. Or you find out the case of that Raymond's. You know that case or not? Raymond Company ka founder was primarily thrown out of his home by his son. Debarred from the property. If this can happen with rich and powerful, people in the village will be victim of this kind of violence. Therefore, in a democratic society, it is not only the responsibility of state to protect the rights of affluent group, it is also the responsibility of the state to protect the rights of LGBT community, elderly people, tribes and women. Therefore, subaltern groups' right, if it is protected, then you are a meaningful democracy. Therefore, to democratize democracy, protecting the rights of all category of citizens are important. And government is taking proactive role. So we are best at legislation, but in the stage of implementation, we are wanting. So the speed in which we make legislation, with that intensity, if we go for implementation, then inequality will be reduced. Confidence will be increased among the subaltern groups. And that will be making democracy vibrant, participative, and stronger. और एक चीज भूल गया, सोशियोलॉजी अब जो लैंग्वेज तुमको दे रहा हूं, vibrant, stronger. So this language you'll be directly lifting from sociology and use that in essay. Therefore, the recipe for essay is always prepared in the kitchen of sociology. Sociology ka kitchen mein you are preparing recipe for what? Essay. Just listen carefully, note down the concepts, ideas, differential thoughts, and like a music, you play that in essay. I think that is good enough. Now you need more. बोर हो जाओगे, बताओ. No, not many books, not many books. I've given you a list of books. See, what you do is always remember, beta, you are not researching in sociology. You need quality sociology understanding, language, and expression. One standard book for paper one. Horolumbus or Anthony Giddens or Houghton and Hunt or Jonesburg. Lot many good books are available. Go for one standard book and read them, minutely. Don't read the European case studies. There'll be boxes. In boxes, case studies are plenty of case studies are given. So all useless case studies you forget. And this time I have changed the materials for sociology at Vajiram. I consolidated all the source materials and gave my originality, so original thinking and quality materials you can get from Vajiram. Paper one is almost over. कुछ जरूरत नहीं अभी. Horolumbus, Igno, Figno, जितना standard materials, at least 20-30 materials are compiled together, and I've given my own insight. Another professor was also involved in the project. Paper one materials are almost complete, and we are working on paper two. Okay. So these materials you can blindly rely on, and this is fresh and new. You read it, you'll be finding out the difference. So इसको पढ़ लो. और Horolumbus पढ़ना है तो पढ़ो, that will give you language. मैं क्यों अरे वही तुमको बताया, देर आर मेनी पीपल हु आर आवर स्टूडेंट्स और तुम नोट्स बना रहे हो. आफ्टर यू क्लियर द एग्जाम दैट बिकम्स योर टॉपर नोट्स. तो different people in Coralbag, they will be chasing you. Please give your notes, please give your notes. They will publish that in the book form. It will sell in the market. So many such people have written the books. But always make it a point. Cook your own food. Enjoy the flavor. Because the food prepared by somebody, that is made on the basis of their taste. And taste differ. When you have content, when you have ideas to make your own notes, that is original, and that will be fetching you marks. The book that you read and the world read, why should you read that book? And that book is not Biblic. Huh. पेपर टू के लिए you'll be finding out. वजीराम नोट्स ले लो. इसको छोड़ के मैं बता रहा हूँ. पेपर टू का ब्यूटी ये है. Suppose Indological approach you are studying. First you understand what is Indology. British Indology is different from German Indology, American Indology. An Indological approach developed in India for two reasons. So British wanted to glorify Indian culture, to impress upon the people of India that they are not different from them. As much Aryans British are, that much Aryans Indian are. Therefore, Indians and Aryans are lost cousins. Now, incidentally, they are meeting each other. Therefore, British presence in India is a reason for celebration. So, therefore, many students, they primarily used Indian culture to understand India. Other group of people, they use these Indological source materials to tell India is a land of snake charmers, India is a land of poverty, land of disease, land of ignorance. So India need British more than British needing India. So therefore Indology did one thing. We reinvented our glory in past. Our history, our heredity, our culture, our tradition, our peace, our music, our dance, our diversity, love for nature. We got to know about that through this Indological scholarship. And be careful. That Indological scholarship to make sense of India is revived now. Revived now. Because ancient India is becoming a source of our pride. So therefore history is taking a circular movement. Therefore nowadays the question will be coming on Indological approach to study India. And for that, Chattopadhyay is a good book. G.S. Ghure's original Indological tradition of India, और एक आर्टिकल लिखे थे, उनका नाम भौमिक करके है, यू गो थ्रू इंटरनेट, विल बी गेटिंग देम प्लेंटली। और मेरा जो बुक है सोसाइटी एंड कल्चर इन इंडिया, देयर इज एन आर्टिकल देयर, कारोल उपाध्याय, जीएस घुरे as Indian nationalist sociologist. ठीक है, A.R. Desai, his original article is there. Marxist approach to Indian sociology. You can read that. M.N. Srinivas plentifully available. So there are some good books. And be careful. Even if you are not taking coaching here, these 2-3 topics that I do in the class: social background of Indian nationalism, modernization of Indian tradition, Protestant movement in colonial India. जहां से मिलेगा उधर से उठा लो, कहाँ मिलेगा तुमको पता है. What I do there is look into social background of Indian nationalism. That is a book written by A.R. Desai. He was a Marxist. So he is telling that British introduced zamindari system in India. British introduced, taxation system in India. So therefore poor people came together. Mahatma Gandhi gave support to the poor. He symbolized poor. Therefore nationalist movement took place. But foundation to Indian nationalism is not economic. कुछ बोल रहा हूं, समझो इसको. Examiner will be searching for cultural interpretation to Indian nationalism. That start with Vivekananda, Bankim Chandra, Aurobindo Ghosh, Tilak. Because without Tilak, there will be no primarily what? Nationalist movement possible. And ये सारे sequence में लाके Savarkar. Savarkar on the one hand, Golalkar, Savarkar and that rightist group, and here Mahatma Gandhi and other centrist group. So how foundation to Indian nationalism started with culture. Then from cultural nationalism, we went for political mobilization. Then political mobilization, new cultural awakening. Ishwara Allah tere naam sabko sanmati de Bhagwan, pluralism. And Savarkar's approach of Hindutva ideology. So if you prepare a roadmap like this, then why nationalism was replaced by constitutionalism? And from constitutionalism, we are coming back to nationalism once again. Cultural nationalism. Then go for cricket nationalism, Kargil nationalism. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं रहा है? Nationalism is holding people together emotionally. ये जो क्या नाम है लड़का जो चक्का मार रहा है, सूर्यवंशी, he is promoting national unity. Sachin Tendulkar promotes national unity. Lata Mangeshkar promoting national unity. Therefore, nationalism is a lens through which we see unity among the people. Music may be a source of nationalism. Sports can be a source of nationalism. War can be a source of nationalism. State can sponsor nationalism. Voluntarily nationalism can come. So there are many facets of nationalism. And one facet of nationalism is economic, other facet of nationalism is cultural. लिखो जितना मर्जी, varieties of answer you can write. तो 4-5 standard books are there. एक तो बीना दास का है, हैंडबुक ऑफ सोशियोलॉजी, यू कैन यूज दैट, ब्यूटीफुल बुक. ठीक है. और जैन का एक बुक है रूरल डेवलपमेंट के ऊपर, एसके जैन, यू कैन यूज दैट. एंड इनका आर्टिकल पढ़ लो, जोगेंद्र सिंह का फर्स्ट चैप्टर पढ़ लो फॉर मॉडर्नाइजेशन ऑफ इंडियन ट्रेडिशन. ठीक है, इतना पढ़ लो हो जाएगा. किनशिप के लिए पैट्रिसिया ओबराय का है, किनशिप इन इंडिया, किनशिप मैप ऑफ इंडिया, इरावती कार्वे, पढ़ो इसको सारे. सबसे बढ़िया है वाजीराम में नोट बना रहा हूँ, इसको पढ़ के पास करो, छुट्टी करो, जाओ. क्यों इतना पढ़ोगे? ठीक है. पूछ रहे हाउ सोशियोलॉजिकल थ्योरीज आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम फिलोसॉफिकल थ्योरीज. Philosophical theories are mostly abstract based upon knowledge. ठीक है. Sociological theories are mostly written to reflect on the condition present in society. ठीक है. So our theories are greatly talking about suicide. We have theory of suicide, division of labor, theory of bureaucracy, तो our theories are looking into social existentialism and philosophical theories are largely knowledge based. ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच, गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल. ठीक है, चलो.